Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel again. I'm continuing with this little series where I'm doing a reading for the rising signs and trying to take a look at the energies, the focus for the chart for the person of each rising sign. And for this video it's going to be for the Gemini rising sign, and anyone excuse me, anyone who's following topocentric sidereal astrology might want to look at the Taurus rising as well as this maybe, and see what fits with them. So anyway, we're going to use the same decks as we've been using with the other signs. So I've been guided to use exactly the same decks for all 12 signs. So we're going to get messages from the Arcana of Astrology deck. And we're going to have a look at some messages from the astrology reading cards. We're going to be tapping into a few astrology decks to get some messages. Then we're going to look at the numinous astro deck, and then we'll get some messages from the star codes astro deck, oracle deck. And after the astrology side of things, we'll look into some messages from the numerology guidance cards, and then some messages from notes from the universe on abundance. And then we'll finish it off with some messages from the guardian angel cards, messages from our guardian angels. So I'm not Gemini rising, but so this is for Gemini people. I might just give it a bit of a bridge shuffle first, actually. Yeah, so we're hoping to find out what sort of focus, what things you might need to focus on for your birth chart, and perhaps what's transiting and how it relates to your birth chart, and what sort of aspects, whether it's conjunction, square, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so hopefully this will be helpful to someone. But in any case, we're on to Gemini rising now. All right, so let's get some messages for the Gemini. Oops, that almost wanted to come out. Gemini rising. Oh, here we go. We've got some coming through. That one looks like it wants to come through. Waxing gibbous moon. So that's heading to a full moon, I think, if I'm right. Taurus. Virgo. So we've got a couple of signs already. Gemini rising, what do they need to know? What other messages do you want to bring? Ascendant. Okay, so it's going to have something to do with your ascendant, your Gemini rising. Oh, you've got another one. Oh, another one. Hang on. What have we got? Psyche. Okay, I'm going to have to consult the book a little to get this all right. Oops, sorry. It's a bit of a mess. Lilith. Oh, Lilith is about not conforming. Wow. I like Lilith. She kind of reminds me sort of like Carly, but not. I think we'll have a look at the book, though, because a couple of those I want to be sure I've got it right. Waxing is usually gaining traction. Waxing gibbous, where are you? Where are you? I can't find it. Aspects 10. $19, that's too far. Aspects 10. waxing gibbous. I think we're further. Where are you? It's not showing it. I've missed a bit. So, here we go. Waxing gibbous moon. The waxing gibbous moon, sorry, I can barely see anything through the camera. The waxing gibbous moon is all about tending to the finer details of a situation. The flowers are blooming, but they still require your attention. Enjoy the beauty, but be sure to check in frequently or your garden could get infested with mites. If you have dropped the ball recently, this card is a gentle reminder that you still have a chance to pick up where you left off. Trying to cheat or cut corners may work in the moment, but these shortcuts are always discovered later on. Right. Psyche, that's up here in the asteroids, I think. We had Lilith. I'll read Lilith in a second, but I'm looking for Psyche. There she is. Okay. Psyche points to other people's expectations of us. Ooh. Who we are and how we should behave is suddenly a topic of conversation. Well, that's very uncomfortable, which makes sense that Lilith is right next there. I'll read Lilith in a minute, but it makes sense to me already. The empathetic side of you might be internalizing this, but like the adage says, other people's opinion of you is none of your business. That's what we've got to incorporate. That's something healthy for any sign to incorporate. Your intuition is very heightened right now. It's as though you can feel the emotions of everyone around you. You have the gift of sensitivity, and this allows you to turn even the worst feelings into beauty and positivity. Lead by example and show that kindness goes further than spite. Ooh. No. And we'll hit up Lilith, because I'm not sure she's totally in agreement that way. But anyway, when we start to stand up for ourselves, we are often faced with backlash and further punishment. Lilith asks that we don't back down. Continue to push forward. In fact, you have the capacity to downright destroy those who continue to oppress you. Call upon this powerful figure of womanhood when you feel like you don't have enough strength left. Now, it says womanhood, yes, and Lilith is, seen as the female gender, but like goddess energy anyway, or God's goddess, they don't specify that it's only for one gender. So she's there for you. If there's any men watching, bring out your inner Lilith, because this is telling you to. Sometimes strength is just walking away from the people you are told you are supposed to love, or the goals and expectations others have set for you. So already we're getting the picture that you've got to stand up for yourself. Gemini risers. Let's have a look at the next deck, see what else wants to come through, and see if we can get a bit of a picture going, because apart from the gibbous moon and your ascendant, it hasn't really shown any planetary activity yet, but I'm guessing, you're going to have to look to your ascendant and what might conjunct it, what might aspect. We'll look for aspects anyway. We'll see if there's any aspects that come through. What other messages for Gemini rising people? What do they need to know? Gemini rising. I think this one wanted the house cards. The 8th house. Ooh. And I think this one wanted to come through too. Ooh, Scorpio. I was just going to say the 8th house is Scorpio energy. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Scorpio is in your 8th house. In fact, it won't be. What will be in your 8th house? I think it will be, Capricorn, maybe? Yeah. I'm trying to calculate. It's not really helpful when I'm calculating on the spot. Maths wasn't my forte. But then again. Anyway, so first we got the 8th house, and there's some rings. So it might have something to do with what you're connected with in some way, or what you feel. I'm going to say what you feel married to, but not necessarily marriage as in man-woman marriage, or whether same gender or different gender. I'm not specifying. But the marriage, like sometimes you can feel married to something. And this might have these energies coming through that it feels maybe oppressive. The 8th house, because see, the 8th house is about, it can be things like debts, shared income, where you share some sort of financial responsibility with someone else, like bank accounts or credit cards. That's technically shared income as well. Or what else could be? Government benefits, I think. That could be technically a shared income because, I don't know. I think it can be considered as well. I'm not sure on that one. So, but there is a butterfly, which butterflies generally represent transformation. And 8th house is, Pluto governs the 8th house, yeah. So let's read the little bit on the bottom. I don't think it's showing it properly in the camera. This transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotions. Because, yeah, it's shared income, taboo-related subjects, sex, what else? Debts. Well, credit cards. Generally, most people that have a credit card have some form of debt, unless you're a millionaire and you can keep paying your credit card down to zero, lucky you. But, yeah, most of us that have a credit card generally have some form of debt because of it or on it. And as I said, Scorpio energy of 8th house, even if your 8th house isn't actually in Scorpio, which for Gemini rising it will not be. But there might be an aspect to Scorpio from the 8th house, but we'll see if that plays out later or not. So anyway, this one says, this energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. I'm still coming back to Psyche and Lilith. Okay. Is there any other messages for Gemini rising? Okay. I don't think so. I think we've got to move on to the next deck. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's have a look. What else wants to come through for Gemini rising? What do the Gemini rising people need to know? What do they need to look for this coming month in October? Oh, that almost wanted to come through. What messages do Gemini rising people need to know? Oh, there we go. Oh. We've got a few. Okay, I don't know which came first. I think this one. Oh, opposition. Oh, that's a little like a square. That's a little bit different. Oh, here we go. We've got 4th house sneaking out there. I'll put that there. First we'll read this one, opposition, balance. Yeah, the balance of the opposites. Oppositions can be difficult, like squares as well, but it's a matter of balancing the opposites. So, like for instance, your ascendant, because that came through, your ascendant Gemini rising, well, your descendant, so ascendant's on that side of your chart, the descendant's on the other side. What would your descendant? Oh man, I think that'd be Scorpio, wouldn't it? Would it be? No. I think it's... Oh, I think if it's a Placidus chart, it may have a bit of Scorpio 8th house. Placidus sort of tends to not be whole signs, like equal 30 degrees in each section. So this just says relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, calls out. Well, there's definitely something going on with Taurus is your 12th house. 12th house hasn't come through yet, but 4th house has. Let's have a look what else we've got. Libra. Well, that's generally 7th house energy, but where would Libra be for you? That's 4 houses ahead. Virgo, Libra. Sorry, I'm trying to calculate and I'm confusing myself. Sagittarius. We might have to move it across here. Oh, 11th house and 1st house. Okay, something's going on with your ascendant. Definitely. Gemini rises. We've got a few things though. We've got your ascendant, 4th house and 11th house. Okay, so there's no... That might be a trine. Wherever you'll need to... See, Libra and Taurus are governed by Venus. Venus hasn't come through at this point yet, but Venus might have something to do with things as well, because Libra and Taurus are governed by Venus. 4th house, you'll need to see what activity, what planets, nodes, whatever might also be in 1st, 4th and 11th. So they're the houses that you, no matter what sign they are in, Virgos come through as well as Taurus and Libra. You've got a bit of a mix here, because 11th house is Aquarius energy. 1st house is your ascendant, Gemini. I'll just move these out of the way a little more. There's a bit of a mix, because this Scorpio energy is... Scorpio can be intense. What have we got here? Solar, calm, clarify, Sun. Well, the Sun governs the Leo sign. 5th house. 5th house hasn't come through. However, you might want to look at your sun sign, whatever your sun sign might be, compared with your ascendant. Something's in opposition. You're going to have to look at what is in opposition in your chart, literally as it says, from one side to the other, wherever, like, say this is your chart. There's your ascendant, there's your descendant. So see how they're opposite, and so wherever it goes, everything, hopefully that makes sense. Something, yeah, something's in opposition, and it's, yeah, it's about balancing the opposites. Balancing the opposites. But Sagittarius is your opposite to your ascendant. And that has not come through. So, yes, it has. Sagittarius is the opposite to Gemini. And Scorpio is the opposite to your 11th house. Okay. Can't pinpoint what's opposite the 4th house, but I'm not sure that that's necessarily the thing either. Like, it has come through, and fourth house, as I've read before, is covering family, so there may be something to do with family, but that's not the big focus. It could be something to do with your health, service duty. But yeah, these guys and these guys, there might be some intense energy, and you might feel like you want to pull back because of feeling like you're being pushed around, maybe. Things are expected of you that are perhaps unfair, or that you feel that are unfair. Something that you might feel, like I said earlier, that you might feel in some way that you're married to, and not necessarily happily married to, if that makes sense. Not talking about marriage as in legal marriage. But yeah, Aquarius, here we go again, 11th house. Aquarius is 11th house energy, even if you've got a different sign in as your 11th house. Because being Gemini rising, you will not have Aquarius in your 11th house. Where would Aquarius be? If Sag is your 7th house, which makes sense, Libra 7th. 4 houses over is Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Aries hasn't come through, has it? No, I don't think so. The Sun has, which is really the Leo energy. Is there any other messages for the Gemini rising people? I don't think so. I think that's it. I'll give it one more shuffle and we'll see if that's it. Okay, no. I think that's all the messages. Okay, so I think you might want to look at where Libra is in your chart, but my guess is it's just reiterating that Sag is in your 7th house. I think that's right. Yeah, and then your 8th house would have Capricorn. Capricorn hasn't come through, I don't think. The opposition is the opposition of your ascendant with your descendant, which is on the other side, as I said. 11th house, what did we say 11th house was? I can't remember. What was that? Aries, I think? Was it? No, was it 12th house? Oh, gosh. Can't remember now. Sun is about creativity and, expressing yourself. And you might feel a bit like You can't because you're oppressed in some way. But yeah, Lilith is here too, saying you don't have to feel that way. You don't have to be in that situation. You don't have to be tied to this. Collaborate. Aquarius is about community. Community. 11th house has come through as well. So we're definitely looking at needing to collaborate, which may actually bring you out of this intensity and away from that feeling oppressed, so that you can shine your ascendant, what you show the world, your ascendant sign, Gemini rising. So we've got, yeah, I think even though Venus didn't come through in here, I think there's still a bit of Venus energy with Libra and Taurus, because Venus governs both of those signs. It co-rules both those signs. And Venus is about love, luxury, money. But yeah, I think the opposition is telling you with your ascendant and descendant to balance the both of them together. So that's going to work in your favour. Don't let people pull you down. Lilith is here saying no. It's don't let people order you around and bully you. It's time to stand up for yourself. And we've got first house again, see, so there's definitely something that's going to be going on with your ascendant. It could be happening around a waxing gibbous moon phase. If I've got that right, that's just before, like maybe up to a week or two before a full moon. What else can I get from this? I think this solar calm is more about, being comfortable to shine your ascendant, Gemini ascendant, will bring peace and calm, and collaborate with people of like mind who will not be oppressive to you, who will not get you in this energy where you don't feel you can be yourself, where you don't feel you can show your ascendant. You don't need that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, so Sag is usually easygoing, and that balance of the Gemini, which is all in the mind, and Sag, which is Jupiter, bigger, wider thinking, because also it's Mercury retrograde, and Gemini, you probably know as Gemini rising that Mercury is your ruling planet for your sign, for Gemini, and Mercury's in retro at the moment. Excuse me. And even when people say that he's going to be out of retro, he's still going to have like about a 2-week window, I guess you call it, a 2-week phase where you still will need time to process whatever information has come to you. Try not to make any rash decisions, because if you're still in this energy and haven't yet come out of that, and still feel, married to whatever it is that's going on, that's not the energy you want to be in if you're wanting to make big decisions. So try, if you can, to hold off making big decisions for 2 or 3 weeks at least. And what else? Yeah, looking after your health. I think this is more about your emotional health in terms of first house, being able to shine in your own way and be comfortable with who you are, and be able to be comfortable to express who you are without being frightened of being ridiculed or bullied in any way, because that energy is not for you. You don't need it, and you can break the chains that way by connecting your ascendant with your descendant and balancing the energies of Sag and Gemini. Okay, well, let's move on before it gets too long again. Okay, so we'll have a look at the numerology for Gemini rising. What numerology guidance for the Gemini risers? What do the Gemini risers need to know? What numerology guidance, Spirit? What guidance from the numerology cards do you want from it? Okay, what do they need to know? Gemini risers. Gemini risers, what do they need to know? What can give them empowerment? Because it looks like they need it for October, especially. What empowerment advice can you give them for October for the Gemini rising people? Looks like a few want to come through, but wait a minute. We'll try again. Gemini rising. What do they need to know? What messages? What do you want to tell them? What numerology guidance do they need? Gemini rising people. Oh, I think I just missed one. Oh, hang on. Okay. Gemini rising. Aha. Ooh, love partnership. Libra is about partnership and all relationships. 26 comes to an 8, which is generally known as a lucky number. Or, about money, I think it is. 8th house, yeah. Which is also about money. 8th house Scorpio. Which, even though it didn't come through, Pluto is the governing sign of Scorpio. 8th house Scorpio. And Pluto is Phoenix rising energy, which I feel is going to be the case when you incorporate your ascendant with your descendant and not be afraid to shine, because the calm will come when you collaborate with people of like mind who will not be oppressive to you, so that you can feel comfortable shining your ascendant. Okay, is there any other numerology messages? Spirit, do you have any other numerology messages for the Gemini risers? Gemini rising. I think we're done with this one. Okay, let's look for what abundance messages you guys will get. Gemini rising, what abundance messages from the universe can Gemini rising people get? What do they need to know? Gemini rising. Gemini risers. Gemini risers. What do they need to know? What abundance messages? Can you bring them through? Gemini rising people for October, what abundance messages do they need to know? This one's sticking out. What do rich folk daydream and visualize about? Yeah, whatever they want. And what do poor folk daydream and visualize about? yeah, whatever they want. You're coming along. You're coming along so quickly, the universe. So, yeah, there's no difference between who you are compared to anyone else. Money, status, no one's any different. We're all human beings, and we all can manifest, and we can all have abundance. Every one of us, it's our right. It's our human right. Abundance in all forms. And we don't need to be sitting in oppression or allow other people to order us around. If, you know, if it's not to our benefit, if it's to our detriment, then we've got to get out of that. And I think a waxing gibbous moon time frame. I mean, you can Google when a waxing gibbous might be. If you, I have the diary from Yasmin Boland, so I can look that up, but I don't have it in front of me. Is there any other messages? Any other abundance messages for Gemini rising people? Gemini risers. Can we get any? Oop, here we go. There's some snow in here. So what if it takes a long time? So what if it's already taken longer than you thought? So what if it will still take longer? The day will nevertheless arrive as it always does, when all your prior efforts, determination and persistence will seem a paltry price indeed, as you are lifted irrevocably higher, as if by chariots of fire, into realms previously unimagined, and then you'll think to yourself, wow, that was fast. I can hear the music now, the universe. Yeah. I just get Phoenix rising energy. The previous we've got two coming out. The previous reading got, I'm pretty sure they got the Phoenix rising, Pluto card. And as I said, if you follow sidereal topocentric astrology, you might want to look at that as well to see what came through. Okay, so this one says, did I show the picture? Probably not. What if we changed the world? Oh, sorry. What if we changed, well, I said that for a reason. What if we changed the word work to dance with life? And instead of viewing it as an alternative to fishing or a way of paying our dues, we saw it as a chance to meet a parade of new friends, Aquarius, 11th house, and Libra a bit too, relationships, discover our own untested potentials and unpolished gifts, and open avenues for abundance to come pouring into our life. Yeah, I bet lottery sales would plummet. Start the parade, the universe. Yeah, see, boom, shine your ascendant. You're not here to stay in the shadows. Gemini rises. Okay, so this one says, plan the celebration now. Sweep the floor, clean the slate, pick a date. Window shop, buy a few things, go out on a limb, rearrange the furniture, pick some flowers, take some time off. No, not necessarily because the tipping point has been reached, but because this is how you reach it. How's today looking, the universe? Some of these are a bit nonsensical, if that's a word. But yeah, I think you get the message anyway. Yeah, it's time for you to shine, my friends. Now let's have a look what the guardian angels want you to know. What messages want to come through from guardian angels? Any other messages? Ooh, you got a few of them. Okay, I think that's it. I'll just pop that there. They're in a bit of a bundle there, but anyway. Okay, what did we get? Oh, there's a few here. Did these come through first? Wow, you got a few. Okay. All right. Creativity. The sun, Leo energy. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feelings and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension, and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. You are valid. This energy has to go. I'm just saying. Prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. Affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of life, the universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. So you need to get yourself high up and be around people who lift you up emotionally, I guess. Yeah. Opportunity. Sorry, I can't see it properly. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. The 11th house, collaborating with others, community. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There you go. There is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. Next one is positive change. Oh, wow. And actually, we'll get this one first, I think. I want to end on Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Yeah, love. Self-love, for goodness sake. Yeah, self-love as well. I think that's where this solar calm will come from. Bringing out your creativity, feeling comfortable in expressing it. Absolutely. Positive change. I wanted to end on this. Dare to be different. That's what this has been saying. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime, yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. Well, you're still here, and you can sow the seeds of change and make change and see that change happen while you are still on this earth. So, yeah, for October, you, Gemini risers, need to not allow yourself to be hiding in this energy, but working to balance your opposites of Gemini and Sag. Yeah, and have a look at the 11th and the 7th house, was it? 4th house. Well, first house is your ascendant, so whatever's in your ascendant house, the 11th house and the 4th house and the 8th house. Right, so you've got a bit to look at of what planets might be in it. And I did say Venus and Pluto, so you might want to look into that even though they didn't come through here. But the sun's telling you what you've really got to work on in October mostly is your own confidence in yourself, to know that you are worthy and you can bring about change, positive change, because it's saying you can. A little bit of the family thing maybe, 4th house, whatever sign is in your 4th house as well. Okay. Hopefully this has made sense, and hopefully this has helped you out a bit to see what's in your own chart and what energies to work with and on for October. And I wish you all the best of luck with it all, and do not be afraid to shine your light, because the world needs it. Positive change, make change by collaborating with people of like mind who lift you up. Not that. Lift you up higher so you can lift them and they can lift you. So it's balanced reciprocation. And yeah, I think that's about all I need to say. So I wish you all the best, and yeah, good. Have a wonderful October, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.